Well, that's chapter 22. A little look at what the three suspects are up to after the murder of Mr. Serrano. Obviously, it's been 3 minutes since that murder took place, so we are checking in with Mr. Ferrer and Dr. Zivai and Mr. Ibarra, seeing what they're up to. Who do you think it is? You'll find out fairly soonish. I also wanted to put in here this encounter between Salazar and Diana. The first time they actually see each other face to face, and you get a bit of description here about what each of them look like, and I wonder to myself out loud if it would be better for you if those descriptions came earlier in the novel. I haven't really described the physicality and the appearances of many of the characters at all in the novel, so yeah, I wanted you to see her sort of the first time he sees her, and I wanted you to see him the first time she sees him, and this is where it happens to happen, so that you're, seeing them with sort of fresh eyes from both of their perspectives, if that makes sense. One decision that I came to this week regarding the writing of this novel is, it is very much a first draft. My confidence, it really does go up and down with this whole project, but it is very much a first draft, and I've now started putting a file on my computer about things that I will address in the big edit after May next year, when chapter 52 is out there. Then I will take the whole thing, get out the big red pen and refine it and change it and move things around and correct oversights that I'm making, and I am spotting them now, and rather than worrying about them or obsessing about them or trying to go back and retroactively change them online, I'm just putting them all in this folder that I've got on my computer of things to fix in the big edit. And I'm sort of finding sometimes that I write things and I read it back often, a week or two later, and go, that doesn't make sense. They wouldn't do that. Or what about this? If we're 500 years in the future, why don't they have the technology to do this, that, or the other? And there are things that I admittedly haven't spent the requisite time thinking through, or coming up with creative solutions, or creative reasons why technology can't solve it in this world that I'm creating. Another week of so many times on this, I feel like I'm painting myself into a corner. I do have my overall plan, but there are a couple of times this week too where I just made the but I looked ahead to see the index cards of the upcoming chapters, and a few too many blank ones for my liking. Having said that, this week's chapter did expand and fill out. Once I had the idea of doing the three little scenes of what the three suspects are doing 3 minutes after the murder, and the confrontation, the other scene of the confrontation between Diana and Salazar, that filled out the chapter. Plus the explanation and exposition about the water slides at the start. There it is. So often blank index cards are good things because the story can expand out to fill them. I think that's about it for this week. The three suspects, and they are the three suspects. It's one of them. Who will it be? Keep reading to find out. Alright, off now to the next chapter. Thanks very much, and see you next time.